Hello friends, my name is Real Emile and welcome back to Forza Horizon 2. In today's video we have possibly one of the most mental cars I've ever had on my channel. This is the 2013 Ford Shelby GT500 Mustang. Now this is a absolutely mental car. It has 662 horsepower in a Mustang, which as we know is a rear-wheel drive muscle car which isn't renowned for its handling prowess. It also is a very, very cheap car in real life. This costs about £35,000, or I'm going to say about $50,000-ish in the States. I'm not 100% on that. Now, more power than this car, to put in perspective, sorry, has more power than a McLaren 650S. Most models of the Pagani Zonda, the Ferrari 458 Speciale we had last week. Almost as much horsepower as the new Ferrari 488 GTB, which we're getting soon. These are all high-end supercar levels, some of them even hypercars. I mean, this car isn't far off the old... Actually, no, this has one more horsepower than the old Lamborghini Murcielago LP670. He's got a bloody lot of power, this car. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. This one's an S1 one. This has been upgraded with race tyres. Pretty much race everything that isn't power, basically, from what I can assume. Although some of the parts do push it into S2. I've tried to keep this one at S1 because of reasons of simplicity. I don't want to be versing S2 monsters. But yeah, this isn't even going to be a particularly nice car to drive, I feel. But we'll see how we do. All I know is it has ridiculously long gear ratios. It isn't quite as bad as the Jag XJ220, but yeah, they're not the best. Oh dear. But saying all that, saying this car's a mental piece, I've always quite liked the Shelby GT500, especially the newer ones. When these first came out back in 2007 with the regenerized new Mustang, Shelby came back, and I thought the 2007 Shelby GT500 in red with a white stripe on it was one of the most fantastic looking cars of the day. It was seriously an awesome car, and I just wanted one. This new one is even more crazy. Like I said, 600 horsepower, 662 or 3. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it's just a mentalist car, and I love it for that. I've always felt the Mustang it's the definitive muscle car, and if any car could say, you know, the spirit of the muscle car, if you will, this is definitely it. This, I believe, might be the most powerful muscle car in the world. I know the Ford Galaxy from the 60s was the most powerful at about 600 odd horsepower. I think this might have more than that. I don't quite know the exact figures on the Galaxy. Hell, I don't even know what the car looks like. I've just heard about it. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Okay. We're interesting in the corners. We're quite good on straight line speed, but through the corners this car is a bit of a dog, and as such, Jesus Christ, they're gaining. Over the roundabout, and unfortunately it's a second place. But what are we up against?
Even the best drivers can't win them all.
I think that guy in the Stingray beat us fair and square. There's 2013 Viper there, fantastic car. I was going to use that for this video, but I decided not to. I think I'm going to use that in Forza 5 instead, because I also think the 2013 Viper is one of the most fantastic cars ever created, in my honest opinion. I absolutely love the 2013 Viper. But decided not to go with it, decided to go with a Mustang, keep it traditional. So we've had a Chevrolet and Ford, which, as we all know, are the two pillars of the muscle car world. Okay, oh god. Oh god. The final events across country. Oh dear. So if you'd like to get bets on how this will end, because I don't think it's going to end very well. I love this colour as well, the blue and the white stripes. It is fantastic. Interestingly though, I'm not a fan of the older Shelby Mustangs, sort of the 67 GT500's considered the true great, the Eleanor one. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of all the old muscle cars. My favourite of the older muscle cars is probably the Dodge Charger, and then the 77 Pontiac Firebird. And then, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the older Mustangs. I love the newer ones, but the older ones are a bit... eh. It's two Vipers and a... yeah. So, the problem we've got now is we've got fairly okay-ish handling, but it's still not as good as, say, the C7 was. But we've got absolutely terrible straight line speed compared to everything else now. So we've got a car which is fairly average compared to the rest of them, but not particularly good at anything, really. Oh my god. Into a tree, yeah. So we've got race suspension on this, and if you don't know anything about race suspension, Horizon, it makes the suspension quite stiff. Now, this isn't usually a problem until you get to the cross-country races, and it sort of bounces you about a bit. Now, I could put rally suspension on it, but the problem is, with that, is it would have affected it on-road, because it makes it very bouncy and very, yeah. And that's not particularly good in a 600 horsepower muscle thing car. There's going to be many rewinds during this race, I'm just going to promise you that. Although, to be fair, it looks like we're doing better than that Challenger that goes off and hits the wall. I think that's the Challenger. Yeah, it is. I don't get why the Challenger is nowadays a two-door fighter's muscle car that looks fantastic, and the Charger's somehow managed to end up as a four-door sedan. I don't quite know how that happened, but it did. Apparently the C6 Z01 is doing better than us off-road. Despite the fact I believe he's got more horsepower than we have. And his engine's supercharged. I quite like the C6 Z01. It's, like I said, it's one of them cars, like the M3 in games where I like it, don't get me wrong, you know, but I wouldn't feel a special void if it wasn't in a video game. You know, I don't particularly pay that much attention to it. It was one of the last cars I actually owned in the original Horizon, because I bought all the cars in that game. Eventually I own every single car in Horizon 1, which I'm thinking of doing a Let's Play on that game, possibly. I don't know. I want to get a bit further. Ooh, I don't know what the hell sort of bounce. We might want to go in third person first, because I can't see anything out the cockpit. But I might do a Let's Play on the original Horizon. I'm not 100% on that yet, though. I want to get some more into this Forza 4 Let's Play. But, yeah, hopefully some episodes will be coming out for that tonight. I've been off for a few days, because, well, Monday I didn't really get a chance to make any videos, but Tuesday I kept sitting down. I kept wanting to record a Horizon Let's Play, but I just couldn't do it. I was trying to do Classic Rally, and I just scrapped the commentary halfway through, because I just didn't feel it was very good. It wasn't flowing very well. So, I don't know. I know, just everything bad keeps happening. As soon as I try and record, someone will come upstairs or do something and start making loads and loads of noise, and then it buggers with me and I don't want to do the thing. Anyway, across the line in the Mustang, we finally did win the championship. I'm surprised that went as well as it did, to be honest. Not that it went very well at all anyway. Modern muscle, and we're done, yes. Let's get some credits. Let's get some XP. Of course we won't have a wheel spin because we had one last time. Hashtag Godcar. Interesting. Car championship events. What are they? Are they like the events we just did? I'm not sure. I've done 293. I've done, yeah, quite a lot of races in this actually. About 300.
That was the last championship for this road trip. When you're ready, head back to the festival for the awards party.
Yes, let us go and head down to the festival. I'm sorry if you hear my headphones clicking on the floor. Anyway, friends, that about is going to wrap me up for today. Now, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I hope video production can return back to normal fairly shortly. God knows what we're going to be doing next time. I guess you could recommend stuff down in the comments if any of you have watched this far. But even if you haven't, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and until next time,
you have arrived at your destination.
Farewell.